Today, we are rebuilding the Las Vegas Raiders. Not only will we be rebuilding them, we will be redesigning them with the help from Team Builder, because you guys know I redesign uniforms. Now, looking at the 2025 Las Vegas Raiders, they have a lot of holes to fill on their team. They have probably a few talented players with Brock Bowers, Max Crosby, Ashton Genty, Colton Miller. The real need is a quarterback and an offensive line. The Raiders do have the #1 pick. The question is, do we use that pick in this rebuild to draft Fernando Mendoza, who seems to be the only quarterback worthy of such a high pick in the draft? Or should we use that pick and trade for other assets to build around the team? Also, we have to find out, what do we do about Max Crosby? Can we trade him as well, or package him with the #1 pick? Or do we keep in line with real life, draft Fernando Mendoza, try to see what we can build from there? And it's going to be a tough challenge. If you've ever watched a Raiders game, you'll see that Geno Smith had absolutely no time to throw the ball. You'll see that Ashton Genty had absolutely terrible blocking. This team needs an offensive line, I think, more than they actually need a quarterback. Do we do the Bengals method by drafting which would be their Joe Burrow and Fernando Mendoza and skip out on an offensive line? Or do we build up the trenches and see if we can get multiple players instead of just one high draft pick? Let's find out. But first, we have to replace this team with our Team Builder team, because I did redesign their uniforms. This is a complete rebuild. So we're just going to go ahead and put in our Raiders team and keep the roster. Now, the only thing about doing this is once you use a Team Builder team, you cannot use their actual stadium. You can keep the roster, but you can't keep the stadium. And that's the only kind of thing that's a bummer. And Team Builder only gives you about 4 or 5 stadiums in Madden. It's not like college football where you can use their actual stadium. But I think we will be able to manage. As for coach, we're just going to go with their real life coach. I did know they're hiring the OC, Clint Kubiak from Seattle, but we're just going to let Pete Carroll be the coach. We are starting this from the Super Bowl between the Patriots and the Seahawks, so there will be no trading until the offseason, but we will jump right into re-signing certain players, free agents, and straight to the draft. Before we start the rebuild process, I just want to show you guys the redesign of the uniforms that I actually did. It's still very similar to what they have. It's just slightly different. As you see, we got Max Crosby in all black, which, like I said, the Raiders don't really have. But it looks like the Raiders uniform. You can't even tell the difference if you did not know that they didn't wear black pants. But we're keeping it true with the Raiders. So we're going to go ahead and advance the offseason. Like I said, this aligns with real life, so we'll have the #1 pick. The only thing that might be a little different is who certain teams decide to re-sign and keep might not align with real life, but that also might mean that we get to sneak in some free agents that we actually wouldn't be able to get in real life. Next, we're going to go ahead and put in the 2026 draft class. I do have a file. I'll have to upload it if you guys really want it. I actually got it off somebody else. I think Big Gargamel 26 might be his name, but I made a couple tweaks to it. Like, for instance, I took out Dante Moore because he's not in the draft anymore. I don't know if he updated it himself, but I did that a long time ago. If you look at this draft class, we do have Ruben Bain, Jeremiah Love is a top 5 projected player. Let's see who's projected in the top 5. Caleb Downs, Jeremiah Love. Like, it's very accurate to real life. Fernando Mendoza right here. he's a top 5 projected pick with the talent of a round 2, round 3 player. The quarterback class here is very, very slim. That's why I'm thinking, since this is our rebuild, since I'm the coach, I'm the GM, I might not pick Fernando Mendoza, even though he is the player that they probably will pick in the draft. But if we can just wait a year, possibly trade that first round pick or get more out of it, for 2027, we might be able to actually rebuild this team. Let's take a look at the 2025 season recap. Looks like the Patriots actually win the Super Bowl over the Seahawks, which wouldn't happen. Somehow Robert Spillane wins the MVP over Drake May or any offensive player. Probably should have happened in real life with the Seahawks. Somebody on defense probably should have won it, but it was Kenneth Walker. MVP goes to Matthew Stafford. Coach of the Year goes to Mike Vrabel. Christian McCaffrey, Offensive Player of the Year. Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Ashton Genty, which didn't happen. That was Tedoroa McMillan. Shout out to the Panthers. And Xavier Watts, which that was Carson Schwessinger of the Browns. So this is completely inaccurate besides Defensive Player and MVP. We're going to be rewriting history with our draft or our free agents anyway, so take it with a grain of salt. Looking at these players that they want us to resign, none of them seem like we really need them. We do have a lot of cap room though, so like Eric Stokes, he is fairly young. He's not asking for too much money. We might as well go ahead and keep him, give him a player-friendly deal, and he's going to continue playing for the Las Vegas Raiders. Players like Jamal Adams, while he seems like he'd be a good player just at linebacker, he is 30 years old. He's only 72 overall. He's not worth it. We'll probably save some money, cut him. We do need an offensive line. He is 27. He has time to progress. Do we keep him? If we can keep him for a low number, I think we can send him an offer. And he's going to accept a one-year deal, almost like a franchise tag with very low money. Tyree Wilson was their first round pick a couple years ago. Very, very, very kind of a bust of a player. He's only 26 years old. He's 6'6". We can get him on a 5th-year option. I just don't think he's worth that much money. Maybe we can package him in a trade deal. Devin White, he's just not the same player anymore. We might sign him for depth if we can just get him for cheap. Give him this 2-year deal. See if he takes it. And he does take it. Like I said, we can replace him, but at the same time, like, we need some talent on this team. Maybe we keep Daniel Carlson. He's only a 31-year-old kicker. He's 77 overall. I could have swore he was a superstar maybe a couple years ago in Madden, but he is a kicker, so he should be pretty cheap. Get him on a 2-year deal. Why not? See what he thinks. And he's going to stick with the Raiders. We'll take a decent kicker for cheap. Like, we're keeping some players and we're not even spending like money for real. We still got $136 million in cap. And Tyree Wilson, I would love to redo his career. Like, give him another chance. I'm gonna re-sign Tyree Wilson just because he's a project. He could be depth. He could be something. Like, I understand the money aspect of it. It might be a little high, but I want to see if I can turn him around. It's basically like rehabbing somebody. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take his 5th-year option. I don't know. He has the like. It's like Miles Murphy for the Bengals, or you know, like any defensive end with like the physical aspects of it. Let's see if we can get some out of him. He's only 26. Like, he could pop at 28. We're going to accept his 5th-year option. We do have to rebuild this offensive line through the draft or possibly through free agency. So let's see who we end up being able to acquire. The thing about the Raiders is they need almost everything. This can actually help us. Cameron Curl is available. We do have $136 million. We might send him an offer. Matt Milano, he's 32 years old. He's a little old. What actually do we need? We need everything, really. Quay Walker's available, only 26. I did see that Brandon Aubrey was also available. I don't know why the Cowboys would never let him go. I can't see that as long as he's good. Team. So Nick Cross, we're going to offer him, what, possibly $12 million a year. Let's see if he even wants to come to us. Quay Walker, we might have to send more money to. Every time I negotiate, they go up. You got to remember, cap room goes up like by year anyway. We're going to just see what we can get out of it. We're going to see what we can get out of it. We're going to see who evaluates our offers. So did we sign anybody? We actually got everybody we sent money to. Even though they had no interest in us, we literally signed everybody. So 5 players signed on the first day by overpaying, of course. So I actually just looked. We actually need a right tackle, a center, and possibly a left guard. So if we could find that in free agency, somehow, some way, like Connor McGovern already picked up. Ryan Newsiel actually might be a good pickup and wants $8 million a year, since we do need to rebuild our offensive line. We're gonna have to overpay. Is there a right tackle available? Yes, there is. Colton McKivitz. He is 30 years old, though. That's the only thing. Free agencies for to overpay these players. I'm going to send 2 deals out. The value that I see in receiver only seems to come out of like younger receivers who don't command as much money. So like Tyquan Thornton would be a good pickup. Tutu Atwell would be a really good pickup. Jalen Coker would be a really good pickup. He is the youngest of the receivers, and he, for his age, only being 24 years old, I don't see why we wouldn't take him, especially me being a Panthers fan. I know how good he is, but it's the fact that he's so young. Kobe Dean only being 25 years old, we might have to send him a deal. Only thing is, it limits our money. But if we could trade Max Crosby off our team, we might be able to free up some cap space. So we're gonna send those two deals, and we're gonna be done with free agency. Let's see if we can sign these two players. Okay, we were able to get Nakobe Dean, but I don't think we were able to get Jalen Coker. Okay, he was signed by the Jets. Apparently, the Jets offered him more money, so that kind of throws a wrench in our plans there. So it actually makes it easier. We'll go for Tutu Atwell then. We have just enough money to send Tutu. Offer a little bit more speed at the receiver position. So if we end up taking a quarterback with Fernando Mendoza, get him some weapons. We're able to sign Tutu Atwell, add a little bit more speed to the receiver room, and I think we're done with free agents. We are here at the draft. We do have the number 1 pick in the draft. The question is, do we trade the number 1 pick, build the rest of our team, or do we draft Fernando Mendoza? Let's find out. Let's see what they offer first, see what's offerable from Max Crosby. The Bengals would give us T. Higgins in a first. The Bills give us Maxwell Harrison in 2 first. This actually ain't that bad. I just don't feel like giving him to the Bills. We gotta take a little bit more. Cortland Sutton in a first isn't enough. Josh Sweat in a future first basically is not enough. Joe Alt, on the other hand, which this trade would probably never happen. This actually might be the best value. We'll see the rest. Rashee Rice in a future first, not enough. Terry McLaurin's not going to help. I mean, he would help, but he's not. Quinyon Mitchell, good player. We would need more draft compensation. Alfred Collins, who is that? Like, what? Travis Etienne and 2 future firsts. Mason Taylor shouldn't even be an option. Jamison Williams, a future first, a future second, a future third. If you're a JMO fan, I guess this would be a good trade. But we need more than that. Milton Williams, a first. Kevin Dotson, we don't need a guard. Devin Witherspoon, I don't know. Derek Harmon, he's just not good enough to solidify Max Crosby. Kamari Lassiter for Max Crosby straight up is redundant. You can get Jordan Addison, a first, a future third. Jordan Addison's a really, really good player. I just don't know if he's worth that. This seems like the best return, a Joe Alt trade for a current first, a future second, a future third. This might be the trade. It shores up our offensive line. Joe Alt can play left or right tackle, or I can move our left tackle, Colton Miller. Secures line if we do draft Fernando Mendoza. This might have to be the trade we take. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's take this trade. Let's get Max Crosby out of here. In real life, he's going to be gone. People think he's going to be going to the Bears, but here in our rebuild, we'll be sending him to the Chargers. We'll be taking their offensive line. Let's see how they do without it. What can we get for our number 1 overall pick? They're offering James Cook. That's not enough. Fred Warner for the number 1 overall pick. This is just crazy. And this is what I mean. Like, we can get the number 1 linebacker for the number 1 overall pick. Like, who would they even pick? Are they going to pick Fernando Mendoza for Fred Warner? I know he's 29. Or do we take Devon Witherspoon, which literally will not happen? Would the Seahawks give up Devon Witherspoon for the first overall pick and their pick in the draft? That might be a steal. Jared Verse and their first round pick. He's only 25. Who would the Rams get with the first overall pick, though, is the question. I think for total value, if we don't get Fernando Mendoza, if we can counter this and possibly get a 2027 pick as well, this might be a trade. If they take this is a steal. And they took it. We have traded the number 1 overall pick for Jared Verse, which replaces Max Crosby, a first round this year and next year, and a third round next year. So this year, we literally have 2 first round picks. We got Jared Verse. We signed free agents. Now it's crazy because now it's funny. We need a quarterback. This is not the quarterback draft, okay? Everybody knows this is not the quarterback draft. So I'm curious to see, are they are they trading, or are they going to pick Fernando Mendoza to replace Matthew Stafford? What will the Rams do now with the number one pick? The Rams have chosen their first overall pick. Let's see who it is. They drafted Fernando Mendoza. They still have Matthew Stafford and they're drafting Fernando Mendoza. Make that make sense. They have their quarterback of the future who probably won't even play yet, but maybe it's a Patrick Mahomes situation where he just sits behind Matthew Stafford. We're going to skip ahead in the draft to see who we can pick. We do have 2 first-round picks. We traded back. Ty Simpson just got off the board. Looks like the second pick was Ruben Bain, David Bailey, Arvell Reese, Caleb Downs, Peter Woods. But what I'm not seeing is receivers off the board, so we might be able to draft a playmaking receiver. Jordan Tyson is available, Carnell Tate, Makai Lemon. I'm thinking our biggest need is quarterback. Like I said, this is not a quarterback draft at all. So don't think we're not taking a quarterback here, obviously. This receiver, on the other hand, like I said, we need playmakers. Jordan Tyson, his grades aren't as good, so Carnell Tate might be the guy. Or we could wait, get a Zachariah Branch. We need playmakers, if anything. The Raiders need receivers. Problem is, none of these guys seem to be that great. And I'm guessing we have to go with what we know. We know Ohio State receivers are just really good. Just the pedigree of having an Ohio State receiver. His grades don't look that good. We're kind of taking a chance on Carnell Tate. He is 6'3", runs a 4.4. I think we take him. How good did we do? We'll find out. He is the 9th ranked true value. We drafted him at 22, an A+ grade, 91 speed, hidden development receiver. I would say that is a great pick. On to the next one. Okay, now with the 29th pick, we still have a need at defensive tackle. Problem is, there's not very many defensive tackles in this draft. So what do we do when there's not very high talented players in this draft? Caleb Banks or Aaron Graves would be probably the pick. Caleb Banks has an F tackle, but physically he's not that fast. We do need a D tackle. Aaron Graves might be the move here. Elite speed. Let's go Aaron Graves. Hopefully he's a good pick. And we just reached on a pick. We just reached tremendously on the pick. He had good grades. It's why it's very confusing. But it's what comes with being a GM. Sometimes you just make dumb picks. That was one of them. Hey, one thing we're not going to do this time is whiff on a pick. Anthony Hill Jr. is here. I think he's going to be a really, really good linebacker. A zone coverage. B's through D's on the board. Elite everything. Anthony Hill Jr. has to be our pick here. We have to redeem ourselves. Maybe we don't need a Mike linebacker, but we're going to find a place for him. Somewhere on the team, we're going to find a place for him. Yeah, how good we did. He's ranked 12th. We got him at 33. He's got more than enough speed to play linebacker, high football IQ, and a dependable tackler. How do we do? A 92 speed linebacker, rare. This might be the best player in the draft. Just saying. Let's go advance to our next pick. Jordan Tyson just now getting picked up in the 2nd round. So maybe picking Carnell Tate was the best thing to do. Terrion York right here. He's got A's on the board. Clearly a good will linebacker. A's all across the board. We're going to go ahead and get Terrion York in the, 4th round? 3rd round? He's ranked 30th, but we drafted him at 65. Plays with a good football IQ, recognition, rarely misses tackles. How did we do? We got a hidden development, 84 speed linebacker. We're shoring up those linebackers. Taylor Green over Fernando Mendoza. In college football, he's a beast. Maybe we take a chance on Taylor Green and use him as our quarterback for a year. It says he rushed for 1,000-yard seasons in college. He's a former high school power forward. He's a normal development, but he does have 91 speed at quarterback. 6'6", 91 speed quarterback. There's not many of those. So let's see how we actually did in our draft. Did a good job or not? We did most of our work in free agency. We added Carnell Tate. This is where we kind of whiffed on a pick. Aaron Graves, Anthony Hill Jr., Terrion York, Taylon Green as our quarterback. We're going to struggle. Jacob Rodriguez, Deuce Robinson, a pretty decent player. Baron Brown. Like I said, we have a lot of depth. Hopefully, Carnell Tate, Anthony Hill Jr. become really, really good players. And if they don't, like I said, we have more picks for next year in the draft. Though we got rid of Max Crosby, we picked up Jared Verse, picked up Brandon Aubrey, picked up Joe Alt, picked up Cameron Curl, we picked up Nick Cross, we picked up Colton McKivitz, Quay Walker, Ryan Newsill, Dax Hill, N'Kobe Dean, Carnell Tate from the draft, Anthony Hill Jr. from the draft, Terrion York from the draft, Tutu Atwell. This team still needs players. We're going to start Taylon Green. Ashton Jeanty will only get better from here. Maybe we could have picked up another running back. Carnell Tate and Tutu Atwell, Baron Brown. Like, this team will only get better. This is not a one-year rebuild type thing. If I would have drafted, I would have traded for a quarterback. Do anything with Taylon Green at quarterback? Probably not. Hopefully it keeps us down to where we can still get a high pick in this draft, but we'll have the choice of way better quarterbacks in this draft besides just one. So I just put in the 2027 class, and as you see, the quarterbacks are just way better. Dylan Raiola, Julian Sayin, John Mateer, Sam Levitt, Jordan Mailata, Avery Johnson, DJ Lagway, Nico Aiden Childs, Josh Hoover, Lenore Sellers, and of course Arch Manning. So even if we don't get a high pick, we can still draft a really, really good quarterback. Of course, if we don't go quarterback, we can always just go with the best player in the draft, probably Jeremiah Smith. This draft is just supposedly way better than the 2026 draft. So with that being said, we can actually trade our future to get in this draft. I don't know who to trade with yet. I'm going to actually have to sim through to the midseason. Unless they're ahead of schedule, then we should still finish with a low overall record. So we can go into this draft, find our quarterback of the future, and compete for a Super Bowl. Looks like we are 2-4. I mean, it's about where we're supposed to be. We're not supposed to be that great yet. 2-win team. We probably won't make it that far. Aaron Graves looks like he's just definitely progressing really, really well. I don't know how. We thought that he was a bad pick. Turns out he is not. Looks like the Cardinals might be the worst team in the league, along with the Panthers, Falcons, Chargers. So even though we gave them Max Crosby, they're still not doing good with him. So we're going to trade one of these bottom teams, probably the Cardinals. We got to do this before it becomes high value. A future first, a 2028 second, and a right tackle for their right now first overall pick. Like I said, even if we don't get the player that we want, let's go ahead and sim to the playoffs. I don't expect this team to do much with it, but like I said, we have to accept those fifth-year options of our star players. So it looks like we finished 5-12, but like I said, we were not supposed to be doing anything major this season. I did get a contract extended with Pete Carroll. I don't know how. A couple game improvement over last year. So I guess as long as we're improving, we're doing good. But we got some players we can upgrade. Brock Bowers, he's the best tight end in the league, I'm guessing. Ashton Jeanty is going to be at 90 overall. And we have 3 draft picks in the first round. Go ahead and go to the Super Bowl. We do have players that we need to re-sign. Ashton Jeanty won Best Running Back. Let's look at the 2026 season recap. Let's see who won what. Looks like this year the Seahawks go back-to-back to the Super Bowl, but this time they actually win it against the Jaguars, which I think this would have been a better Super Bowl realistically than Patriots-Jaguars. Or I'm sorry, Patriots, Seahawks. Josh Allen wins MVP. Liam Cohen wins Coach of the Year. Puka Nacua, Offensive Player of the Year. Rashawn Gary, Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Player Chris Bell. Defensive Rookie Ruben Bain Jr. This could happen besides maybe the Offensive Rookie and the Defensive Player of the Year. But the rest, I definitely think could happen. Super Bowl MVP DeMarcus Lawrence. That's back-to-back years. A defensive player has won in the Super Bowl MVP. We got a couple fifth-year options. We're going to accept Brock Bowers' option, of course. We're going to have to accept Joe Alt's option, of course. These are our best players. And I think there's one more option, Jared Verse. Going to accept his option as well for $25 million, we could just probably draft another player, another receiver at that. Jeremy Chin, friendly deal, $7 million salary that he's going to take. I have a soft spot for Jeremy Chin. That's really what it is. Keep Trey Tucker. How much is he asking per year? Let's see if he takes a neutral deal. See if we can just keep him. He's 26 years old. He's going to accept our neutral offer. This is our left guard. We probably will be losing him. He's cheap, but we can definitely find probably another one. And we'll go probably find someone in free agency, possibly overspend in free agency once again, add more depth to the roster. As you see, our overalls are only getting better. Looks like I said George Kittle was retiring. Tyreek Hill's available, which in real life he's currently available. 33 years old. He's not even as fast as he used to be. He's not the same cheetah. He is still an X factor, but he may regress. Brian Branch, 25-year-old safety, 92 overall, but wants $22 million a year. Has high interest in coming to be a Raider. Just don't know if he's worth the money. $22 million is a lot. Brian Branch, if we overpay him, he takes up a lot of money. He's a 92 overall safety. We did just sign Cameron Curl. Do we overpay for him? Trade Cameron Curl. Why not? We got money. Why not do it? Why not do it? If we got the money, why not do it? Let's see if we can get him. And we just signed Brian Branch to a 6-year deal. That means we can trade Cameron Curl. See what we can get for him. Cameron Curl, 3rd round for a left guard and a 2nd round pick. That's an absolute steal, only because we have somebody else and we have a shit ton of picks from our previous trades. Let's go ahead and jump to the draft here. We've signed all our players. We're going to go into the draft with the number 1 pick and the number 3 pick. So we don't even have to draft a quarterback automatically. We can draft the best player in the draft, then circle back, get a quarterback. How many picks do we even have in this draft? I don't know. We have a shit ton of picks. We have the number 1 overall pick, we have the number 3 overall pick, and we have the 12th overall pick. What happens if we trade this pick away? Let's review some offers, see what's available. The only thing is we traded the very first overall pick last year. I think this year we're going to actually use it. I think we draft Jeremiah Smith. I think he's just a no-miss prospect. He just adds more excitement to the offense. Number 1 overall pick, 4.3 in the combine, 4.26 in his pro day. We got to get Jeremiah Smith. He's got to be the best player in the draft, I would think. Okay, that's not Jeremiah Smith. We'll make that change. This is one of those draft picks or those draft classes that got glitched. As you can see, his picture is a black man, but his character is a white man. Let's look at his skills: 95 speed, 6'3". I mean, you can't miss this guy. You can't miss with him. Julian Sand goes number 2. His quarterback from Ohio State, which means we have just enough time to get Arch Manning. Is he our quarterback of the future? He's a legacy. Tom Brady's part of the ownership. He's got elite throw power. We got to get him. We drafted him way too high, but he's got a hidden development trait: 96 throw power, 87 speed. I just don't think you can beat it. Crawford from USC seems to be the pick. If we get him, we do have Jared Verse on one side of the edge. Tyree Wilson's on the other side. So maybe we can get Crawford here going. Hopefully he's the pick. Hopefully he's not a bust. Ranked 38, I think we might have drafted him too high. He definitely is a bust. His grades are highly deceptive. And there's another pick where they tricked us. There's just never that good of a defensive tackle draft, which is what causes me to reach. Are we reaching on a center? Probably. But do we need one? We do. Not a bad pick, just definitely not necessary. Are we going to butcher this draft is the question. Trey-Dez Green, elite speed tight end. I mean, we have Brock Bowers. Why not add to it? 6'7", literally 6'7" tight end. Why not double down, do a little Cole Kmet, Colston Loveland type deal? Though he'll probably never play, but just in case, we'll go Jair Hill. Jair Hill. Looks like we actually drafted pretty well. Jair Hill was ranked 26 in true value. We drafted at 56. 93 speed. 6'2" corner. Derek Harmon's only 24. Will they take this trade? He's only a $3 million cap hit. We're going to lowball it first. Maybe they take this. Okay, it puts us over the salary cap. They're going to accept it. We got a defensive tackle. We freed up some cap space. and we kept the 3rd-round pick. Let's look at the draft recap to see who they drafted for us. Bryce Young was our last pick. Was kind of a whiff of a pick, and from there we kind of just went downhill. They picked up a running back, a corner, and the same right edge that's already on the team. Arch Manning, only a 73 overall. He's actually better than our quarterback we have now. Of course, Jeremiah Smith being the best player that we did get in the draft. 1st overall pick. We kind of missed on a couple players, but hey, it's what drafting is about. You miss on some players, you hit on some players. First, we have to change our scheme, make sure we fit with what works with us. Spread offense seems to be the best. And for defensive wise, we're going to run a Tampa 2. Why not? As for offensive playbook, I think these are just for like stats and stuff like that. I know if I go Bengals, we'll just have a whole bunch of passing yards, but having Ashton Genty, I want to kind of run the ball a little bit. Defensive wise, I guess we'll go Baltimore. I think we got everything. We just need Arch Manning to really step up and be a great quarterback. But let's go ahead and sim through half the season just to see where we are. What can we improve on? See if I'm leading this team in the right direction. Looks like we're actually doing terrific. We are 5-1 on the season so far. I just want to see how our players are just doing on the stats. 16th in offensive yards. Arch Manning is 11th in passing yards, 10th in passing touchdowns. Ashton Genty is not getting a lot of rushing touchdowns. He is getting a lot of yards. Trey Tucker doing pretty decently. Our defense seems to be what's really good. So, while our defense is good, Arch Manning is actually throwing pretty... He's taking care of the ball as well. 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Now, is there any way that we can get Jeremiah Smith more involved? It does seem like Trey Tucker is getting the touchdowns. He is a rookie, though. Jeremiah Smith is a rookie. He will only get better. Ashton Genty also with some yards in receiving is on the ground. Brock Bowers is helping out with most of the receptions. I mean, everything so far is going the way it needs to go. Maybe we don't need to change anything. Maybe we have what we need to actually make a run for the Super Bowl. See if we can simulate the rest of the season and make it into the playoffs. It looks like we do finish 12-5 and we make it into the playoffs, but we make it into the wild card of the playoffs. It's surprising to me because a 12-win team in the wild card, that just means that we just didn't get the bye, of course, because New England also finished 12-5. I mean, we'll take it. We have rebuilt this Raiders team, and we're now in the playoffs. We're going to play the moments in the playoff game. Arch Manning with 6 upgrades. I mean, he's balling out this year. We're also going to look at the stats. Looks like Arch Manning finished 12th in passing yards with nearly 4,000, 28 passing touchdowns. Ashton Jennings with 1,200 yards rushing, 12 touchdowns, pretty decent. Carnell Tate leading the way with not even 1,000 receiving yards. Looks like nobody hit 1,000 on our team. 13th in offensive yards, 8th in defensive yards. I mean, we had a pretty good team here. Arch Manning just spread the ball out a lot. He didn't probably target one guy, so that's probably why no receiver had over 1,000. And that's what it is basically. Carnell Tate with 900, Brock Bowers with 800, Jeremiah Smith as a rookie with 700. 3 touchdowns, Trey Tucker with 8. It looks like he's just spreading the ball out. Jeremy Chin, ever since we moved him to a linebacker position, 92 solo tackles. I mean, this team has just been pretty good on defense. Has Jared Verse been worth it? He's got 7 sacks on the season, along with Crawford, our rookie, doing what they need to do. N'Kobe Dean with 8.5 sacks as well. Aaron Graves with 3.5 sacks. Derek Harmon, who we traded for during the draft, 5.5 sacks. I mean, this defense has come along. We got guys like Jacob Rodriguez also helping out a little bit when he can. We'll take it. Jeremy Chin must be all over the place. We definitely got to see this team in action, which is what we're going to do. Fernando Mendoza already is the league MVP. Did we miss out on Fernando Mendoza? Probably. But I don't even know if the Rams were in the playoffs, and if they are, maybe we play them in the Super Bowl. Arch Manning wins the Offensive Rookie of the Year. While we might not have Fernando Mendoza, we got 3 players on this list in contention for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year, do we have a Raider on here? Jair Hill, Crawford. Ashton Genty almost wins the Best Running Back Award again. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to let them play out the game, and we're going to watch them. I'm going to have to pick the plays, but we're going to watch them play the game through coach mode. I might sim through this one, honestly, and maybe play out the Super Bowl. I'm gonna go all black with the chrome helmet. Like I said, y'all gotta remember, this is a complete redesign, complete rebuild. Like I said, we got new stadium, new uniforms, complete rebuild, redesign, and we're now in the playoffs with the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm gonna sim here. It looks like we're already in the red zone. We're gonna go ahead and skip that. I believe in this team to score. They leave there with 3 points. Our defense needs some help to keep the Houston Texans from the end zone. We're gonna skip this moment. It looks like they finished with 3. We're in the red zone again. Let's see if they can score. They finished with a touchdown. I'm only really concerned about stepping in if they need help. It looks like they have this game under control. Hopefully, we need to stop, and it looks like we need to stop, and they tie the game up. They get the ball back. We're in the fourth quarter. We need another chance to stop them again. They finished with 3 points. We're going to have to take over this game. But like I said, I'm not playing the game. I'm only picking the plays. And just so you know that I'm not picking the play. I'm not playing the game. We're going to play in the broadcast camera view. I'm going to let them make the decisions. We got Ashton Genty dropping a pass when he's wide open. That makes absolutely no sense. Arch Manning made a great read. He just dropped the pass. I don't know what's going on. It's fourth quarter. We need a miracle to happen. Arch Manning, show us why you were the 3rd overall pick. Okay, we got Brock Bowers getting 7 yards. 3rd and 3. We're going to go with a little curl combo pattern. We need Arch Manning to give us his best Mahomes. But it does look like they don't have any linebackers in the box. We might go to inside zone. Hike that real quick. Ashton Genty get us some yards. Can't get it to us. Okay, we're going to go quickly. Go slants. Hike it. We got Brock Bowers wide open, but Arch Manning's going to throw it to Carnell Tate, who gets popped, but he gets the first down. We're going to go no huddle here, but the 2-minute warning don't stop us. We need a touchdown here. We don't need a pick. Arch Manning is our guy. We got 2 really good receivers, a really good tight end, and a really good running back. Do we run the ball here? Let's go ahead and audible to a run. They do have superstar linebackers. We're going to run this anyway. Ashton Genty up the gut. There's an injury timeout. Looks like one of the Texans are hurt. Will Anderson's on the ground. We're going to run some of this clock off here. See if we can get these easy yards. 2nd and 7. Run right up the middle. Ashton Genty will take the yards. Are in field goal position. We don't want to throw a pick here. I don't want to give it to Arch Manning to throw a pick here. So we're just going to run some clock, run the ball, get in the middle, field goal position. Unless Ashton Genty can get through, which he cannot. We spent a lot of money on that offensive line for Sonny Styles just be getting through. Brandon Aubrey, he doesn't have his superstar ability anymore. I think he does because this is going pretty slow. That should be easy money. And we'll take it. Okay, let's see if the defense can hold up. Like I said, I'm not playing defense either. So we're going to see what they can do. I'm going to be on the D-line. They get through. There is that Tank Dell getting like 4 or 5 yards right there? See, I don't really want to go man in this situation, but then again, I don't want them to get in field goal position. So do I send a blitz or what do I do? We sit back in coverage. They're going to find an open man. Tank Dell once again. Definitely sending a mid blitz here. We need to get pressure on him. Okay, we did what we needed to do. We forced an incompletion. We need some help here. 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 We let them go out of bounds. Hopefully they're not in field goal position. We need to stop right here. We need a stop here. Okay, 4th down. We got to stop. Can Arch Manning lead us with 16 seconds left? I think maybe I should take over. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. We'll give him a play. I mean, he gets the ball out quick. He gets the ball out quick. Okay. Can Arch Manning get us down the field in this wild card playoff game? Let's find out. Okay. He's holding on to the ball. Jumps down to Ashton Genty. Ashton Genty jukes 2 players. I need him to get down. Okay. We got like 4 seconds. Maybe we can get a miracle here. Arch Manning's going to do it all on his own. Do not throw it early. Come on. He's throwing it up. Arch Manning. I'm pretty sure he hit the top of the goalpost. We are going into overtime. Hopefully we can get the coin toss to get the ball first. But as you do know, it doesn't really matter who gets the ball first. I think there's 2 possessions anyway. I just realized it looks silly that he has a Guardian cap on when we're wearing chrome helmets. But anyway, let's see if Arch Manning can lead us to a touchdown. Okay, he finds Jeremiah Smith for a first down. We're going to go no huddle here. Keep the Texans off guard. We got blitzes coming in. He dumps it off to Jeremiah Smith once again, getting wide open. See what he does. Who is this? Is Taylor Green? Is that our? That's Treytez Green. That's the tight end we drafted. It's going crazy right now. See what he does. He's got Ashton Genty out the backfield. He finds him. Ashton Genty gets popped. I mean, that was a hospital ball. 1 yard, Ashton Genty. Can you get us 1 yard? We built this offensive line. Can you get us 1 yard? Find the hole. He finds it. See if we can get Ashton Genty on this little screenplay we're running right here. Hopefully they overload blitz. He's got it. He's not going to throw it. We need to get some of those yards back. 2nd and 19. Arch Manning, who we find, he almost threw a pick. Carnell Tate. We need some yards. Give Brandon Aubrey a chance. Arch Manning, who we going to find? Get rid of the ball. We find Trey Tucker for a first down across the middle. I'm just saying, this might be my play calling. You know what I'm saying? We got the quarterback to do it, though. Arch Manning leading us like Tom Brady down the field. Let's see if he can continue. He finds Trey Tucker once again. Gets a first down. I gave you plenty of weapons. Oh, my God. He almost threw a pick because Ashton Genty is trying to sell us. Ashton Genty is trying to sell us. What do we do? I got you extra protection. What do you see? What do you see? Arch Manning running the ball in for a touchdown. I mean, playoff Manning. I mean, what do you expect? He's a Manning. He is a Manning. He's going to step up, and he's got wheels. He's more mobile than his uncles, his dad. Arch Manning coming up clutch in the playoffs for the Raiders. Okay, who we got? Okay, there's no way he's catching that. Nico Collins got over 100 yards in this game. I mean, we need the defense to just stand tall here. We got to get some pressure on C.J. Stroud. We know what he does under pressure. Like, okay, he finds Tank Dell, like, wide open, bro. What are we doing? Oh, my goodness. Nico Collins again. Is everybody aligned with somebody? Everybody aligned with somebody? Everybody aligned with somebody? Oh, my goodness. We got to pick that. We have to pick that. We have to pick that. That's a pick. Guys, we need a defensive stand. We need a defensive stand. No, he's catching that and reaching for a touchdown. That's Brian Branch, bro. We paid so much money for him. He's allowing Dalton Schultz to catch that. It's crazy, bro. We got 22 seconds. We have 3 timeouts. Can Arch Manning lead us? We got good field position. We got 22 seconds. We got 3 timeouts. Let's go. Let's go, Archie. I mean, maybe we shouldn't give him that option. He might throw it to Brock Bowers every time. Now we have to throw it long. We need the yards. Okay, he's got Brock Bowers wide open. We're going to take a timeout right there. Brock Bowers just got wide open. Ashton, please hold on to the ball. Do not fumble. Get them extra yards. Make it just a little bit easier. A 51-yard field goal. They're going to ice the kicker. Let's go, Brandon Aubrey. I mean, that's easy. That's easy money. That's easy money with BA. That's easy money with BA. 300 yards and a touchdown on 75% completion. I mean, for his first playoff game. In our divisional game, we do have the 11-6 Jaguars. I do think all of our games will be home games until we get to the Super Bowl, of course. Let's go ahead and get into this game as well. We're going to be playing the moments just like we did last game. This time, I think we'll be wearing, all black? Why not wear all black? My goal is to basically let them do it until I have to jump in and micromanage the game like a coach, basically. But if they can handle it, I'm not going to jump in at all. Looks like we went a whole quarter without scoring. We're in the red zone now. Can we get a score? We got 7 points. We also have the ball back in a 2-minute drill. Can they score again is the question. They didn't. We're in the third quarter now. We keep the drive alive, but we aren't really doing much. This must be a defensive game because nobody's really scoring. We're in the fourth quarter now. We have a 10-point lead. This game might be easy. 17-point lead. We should not lose this game. They're going for it on fourth. They did not even score until like the last final minutes of the game. So we'll take it. I mean, this game was kind of easy. Trevor Lawrence, clearly not better than Arch Manning. Very defensive game, like I said. Not very much offense, not very much scoring, but we'll take it. Looks like we will be playing the Patriots. From now on, are just one of the best teams in the NFL. They keep making it far into the playoffs. Maybe it's because it's Drake May. But like I said, we are going to jump right into the play the moments. We're going to see what our team can do. This team is the number 1 seed, so this will be our only away game. Let's do gray. We'll do gray. I got to get my jerseys in there somehow, some way. They have Gronk on their side. We got Tom Brady on their side. So it's a pretty fair matchup. We got the GOAT. You know, maybe we can recruit Gronk to be the tight end coach. But Drake May leading this team out. But are they ready for Pete Carroll and those Raiders? Those redesigned Raiders. We got the ball already. Let's see if they can score. We score on the first drive. Stop New England. Need a stop here defense. We need a stop here defense. They score right back. 2-minute drill. See what we got going on. I'm going to go normal speed. Looks like the Patriots are about to score again with like 1 second left to go. It says there's no time on the clock. Okay, there nothing. Literally nothing happened. I don't know why they told me to jump in. Brock Bowers is getting some yards. Ashton Jeanty is getting his yards. A penalty on the defense, we'll take that. Ashton Jeanty moving that ball, we'll take it. We love it. Arch Manning moving that ball. We're going to skip the moment. We're going to let them handle it. Jeremiah Smith with a 9-yard reception. Ashton Jeanty moving that ball. I mean, we're in the red zone now. We need some 15-yard touchdown to Jeremiah Smith to take the lead. Extra point good by Brandon Aubrey. Our backup running backs in. Ashton Jeanty might be hurt. Damn near 20-yard reception by Brock Bowers. 30-yard reception by Carnell Tate. 15-yard reception by Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah Smith just got hurt. That ain't good. Might leave here with a field goal, I'm thinking. And Brandon Aubrey makes it good. We're in the fourth quarter. So as long as we can hold them, we should make it to the Super Bowl. Drake May's having a tough time. And I stand corrected because he's now moving the ball down the field. He got sacked once again. Jared Verse, money well spent. 3 yards is not enough, but of course he gets 17 yards to Kayshon Boutte. Kyle Williams with 5 yards. They're going down the field on us. They're going down the field on us. Hunter Henry with a 15-yard reception. They're about to score. Pass knocked away by Anthony Hill Jr. Second and goal. Incomplete pass on third down. Now, of course, they throw a touchdown. Okay. So, they're down by 3. Let's see what our offense can do. But like I said, I'm only calling the plays. I'm not running the plays. 3 minutes left to go. Can we maintain control of the ball? Ashton Jeanty with some big yards. Jukes gets the first down. That's exactly what we need. They're taking their timeouts strategically. Run this ball. Get a big tackle in the backfield. They get another timeout. There's just no need for us to not keep running the ball. We have to run this clock down. Hopefully Ashton Jeanty can get some yards. Exactly what we need. He breaks a tackle. We need him to go forward. The question is, do we trust our offensive line to block for Ashton Jeanty to get these 2 yards? That's all we need. Let's run it. Run it to the left. Halfback stretch. Just need some blocks. And, of course, we can't get it. He's got 139 yards on the day. Harold Landry coming up big for the Patriots. I mean, no way. Got our big boys on the line. Nakobe Dean's on the line of scrimmage now. And he's got Kayshon Boutte. They don't have any timeouts. And we got to sack Anthony Hill Jr. That's exactly what we needed. Put some pressure on Drake May. still going. We're still going. We're still going. We're still going. Put some pressure on Drake May. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why is he just running right past us? Strip the ball from him. I mean, he's Vanilla Vicked his way up to the midfield line. We're just looking at him. They have no timeouts, guys. Come on, we need a sack here. We need a sack. We need something. We need a sack. He's breaking tackles and completing passes over the middle. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? This game is about to do the same thing he did last time. Okay, he spikes the ball. Okay. Cal Williams is breaking tackles. Cal Williams is breaking tackles, bro. I got to take a timeout. What is happening? We did not come all this way to lose, y'all. We did not come all this way to lose. We needed... Okay. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Wow. Why are they getting a touchdown off of that? I mean, they got the biggest push I've ever seen. They got the biggest push I've ever seen. Offensive line just completely just dominated that right there. I'm not even going to cap to y'all. Look at this offensive line. Just completely dominated my entire D-line. Like, if my O-line could do that for Ashton Genty, this whole game would be turned around. We have 20 seconds. Arch Manning, can you beat Tom Brady? I feel like he's going to throw a pick. We do have 2 timeouts. This Patriot defense ain't even that good. Come on, Arch. Come on, Arch. Do not dump it low. He does it anyway. He did it anyway. We don't need Ashton Genty. Come on. Come on, Arch. 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 We got to take a timeout. We need everything to go down the field. Arch, I need you to throw it down the field, okay? No short shit. Arch, what are you doing? Why would you scramble? Why would you scramble? That's the end of the game. That's the end of the game. Why would he scramble, bro? Nobody's even there. Oh, rookie quarterback just ended our season for us. Oh, my goodness. Well, we lose to the Patriots, who go on to the Super Bowl once again. But did we completely rebuild this team? I think we did. We rebuilt the Raiders to get further into the playoffs, redesign their uniforms, and we've set a different standard for this franchise. While I did not get a Super Bowl out of it, which I probably could just simulate another year, let's just say they're going to fire me and then move on for another coach. So did I rebuild this team? I guess in the sense of success, probably not, but I will leave it up to you guys. If you want to rebuild the Raiders, check out my redesign for this team and see how far you can take this team. See if you can accomplish what I could not and win the Super Bowl, but it's up to you guys. I will see you in the next rebuild/redesign. Have a lovely day.